Yeah, hi everybody, Dr. Jason W. Morrison, Theologist, New South Wales, Australia. I want to do our viewer's voice. Hi everyone, we're going to start at the bottom and we'll start with the unreluctant Matt Slick from Calm. You would enjoy him, mate. I hate labels, but he calls himself a Calvinist. He has a nightly show to answer doctrinal questions from callers in. I'm trying to set one of those up myself. And there's his links. This is a conversation with a JW he had him in knots. Okay, we'll look that up later. Thanks, the unreluctant. I can't see Watchtower Legal being able to spend hundreds of millions per year fighting a false doctrine. I can feel something. This, my friends, is the pending end of the Watchtower as we currently know it, God willing, and I believe you're right. Just let me tick you off, my friend. JW Suicides, nice lady with a good sense of humour, I like her. Verona Moon, I thought the same, sounding really knackered. Maybe may rest in peacefulness, not dead rest in peace, dead stuff, and regain his strength. Verona Moon, well, I would not hope not. You are so funny, you get me all the time. And she's very funny, that lady. Verona Moon, oh doc, you sound pooped, overdoing it. I sure am, that's for sure, but I like to get things done. Anglo-Scottish Astura Pagan, disclaimer edited for your enjoyment. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and research will show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all the research is offering is the truth. About the truth, nothing more. You take the blue pill, the story ends, and you wake up in your falsehood and believe whatever you want to believe and be a slave to the Watchtower. Hails to you. Thank you, Anglo. I'm just going to call you Anglo. C.T. Russell was a self-proclaimed Freemason and founder of the modern-day Watchtower. Hails. Now, if we looked up C.T. Russell's grave, let's look. Charles Taze Russell's grave, and we'll look at some images. Can we get the images? Right, there's his grave. Look, this is how you research. There's nothing to hide. There's Charles Taze Russell's grave, and it's Freemason orientated, and what a lot of people don't realise is that's a Freemason hall in the background. That's a Freemason hall in the background behind Charles Taze Russell's pyramid grave. Oh, the Watchtower people don't want to look at this stuff, you know. It petrifies them. There's a picture of Charles Taze there. Poor old bugger, misled millions. There's his grave. But if we go back a couple of shots, where is it? Where's the one? Oh, I've lost it. Typical. But there's his grave. There's his monument. Old Pastor Russell, there, just that one there. See there in the background? That's the Freemason, whatever it is you want to call it, convention centre or something, I don't know. But there you go, eh? Old Anglo-Scottish. Devon Diaries, g'day Devon. I believe he is feeling all our pain of this evil cult. This is how I felt in there. I've never been in the cult, but when I sat with these people, I got angry. I just got angry and I couldn't do nothing. I hope I can keep up the momentum. Verona Moon, well, you are pretty good at what you do. Getting us to think is a good thing. Yeah, there's plenty of things to think about. JW Suicides, Devon Diaries, how harsh. Well done for sticking with that while you had to. In Australia, there was a murderer who worked in a slaughterhouse and ended up brutally murdering her liver and cooking him and all sorts. I don't suggest at all that it would be the natural path of anyone, but I wonder if the desensitizing and normalizing of the meat industry can provoke such actions in someone who is already unstable. It probably could. As human beings, I hope we can move on to do better than this. It is fair, as the Bible says, to treat our domestic animals with respect. And also, doing so would hope we ease the burden on the industry's workers. JW Suicide, country life no work. I don't eat meat because cruel, and it's not what the sticker label says on the packet. That's usually the case. I worked Lloyd Manders, which became Seven Sisters, and that was in the new for the exact stuff going on. Either years ago when I was there. So, was friendly with owners and Salisbury family. I used to talk to them, but unable to say anything as it was not a job. It was bad management. Meat industry's harsh, but I learned about a lot, like for the book of Leviticus and stuff, which I didn't realise I'd need to know. I was in the meat factory leaving school. I was very depressed. I bet you were. I saw the live animals come in, and then I would be packing them in the next few days or so. 6 years of my early life. 6 years. Gee whiz. JW Suicides. Thanks for the interesting background. So many threads bring us to our current places. They say nowadays a person will have 4 different careers. I was lucky to find my passion early on and make a career in it, but there just wasn't the option for education. It was learning on the job. Since then, it's been very weird to be mentoring graduates for this, as their education didn't give them the necessary skills for real life working. True, very true. Interesting to hear you've been a slaughterman. Yep, from the age of 16 to the age of 20 and a half. I've only recently gone vegetarian. I think vegan needs to be the next step. Yeah, my daughter morphed from a meat eater to a vegetarian. Then she was trying to morph into, what's after the vegetarian? A vegan or something? I'm not sure, but she was morphing into all sorts of different eating behaviours. Vegetarian. And there is the factory of what the workers have to go through. I'd be interested to know what you think on this subject, having been there. I don't feel right expecting fellow humans to experience this. I got pulled apart in a philosophy class for suggesting this, but isn't it too much to ask? Well, hang on. But we arrive here. Our faults, our gifts, our hearts are all important. Working in a slaughterhouse is a very eye-opening experience. When you're knee-deep in blood, you're listening to the cows and sheep squealing, you don't know, or squawking or mooing or baaing. You don't know if they're just going through their motions or they know they're going to die. One little thing I will tell you just quickly, you've probably heard it before, but there's a lead sheep that they use in the morning to start the sheep going up the race to the kill floor, and they pull him out at the top. Then they bring him back after morning tea and he starts it all again, and then lunchtime. But every now and then the poor old lead sheep gets his neck cut too. The interesting thing as well was the Muslims, and this is something I'm out of touch with now, but when I worked there, the Muslims cut every throat and did their halal stuff with it. Every throat they cut, but they wouldn't take every animal. It just covered them so that they could choose what they wanted. They make a lot of money out of halal, you know. Okay, hey, Jen Burlock. G'day, Jen. Hey, great bricklaying. And you cutting up a cow. Yeah, I know. Although I wanted to become a coroner at one time, always thought it would be interesting to find out how a person died. But yeah, we can learn all sorts of different things, even if it's a temporary thing. I took a poetry course from a prestigious uni here in US. Didn't get a degree, but it was still educational. I'm having the same trouble with Hebrew, with the Israel University. Excuse me, I've just asked them if they could put me back a bit because it's getting too hard. I've taken all sorts of different online courses, mainly to educate my mind, finally, since the J-Dubs frowned on higher learning, which I went to a church about 3 years ago, just locally. And the pastor's wife got up there and she was spruiking about how education is not as important as your spiritual life. And I never went back. I can't stand that stuff. They're all important. If not, education is so important because you need to have an income. Claiming it was the best education they had, when essentially they hindered us youth and worked us to death, learning basic crap that they had been taught from the ignorant Russell. Yeah. Now I'm a full-time hippie and can do whatever I want or don't want. Good for you, Jan. Full-time hippie. Good on ya. Bugger it. Go and live it up. Love your graphics and sounds you use too. Well, I try and make it dramatic and, you try and, I don't know, you try and make it dramatic and get people's attention, but if you do, you do, and if you don't, you don't. So thanks, Jen. Here's Aaron Sinclair. I believe God is using you to wake people up. So awesome. Well, I hope so. In some way or another, I hope so. This is very cool. What I love about your approach is that you want to free people from man-made religious laws. Well, they're so dangerous, aren't they? And to encourage people to live, but still love God and neighbour. Yeah, the thing is, our issues between God and man, they've been settled at the cross. And the rest of it's a matter of how much you want to sink yourself into it after that. But you've got to get out and live. It's winter over here. I'm a kiteboarder. Let's see if we can see what a kite... Let's show you what a kiteboarder is. I'll show you what a kiteboarder is. Kiteboarding. I love it. Where is it? Let's just... Oh, there's poor old Charles Taze Russell's grave. Oh, let's get him out of it for a minute. Get out of it, Charles. Kiteboarding. I know you're probably not interested in this. It's off theme, but look, that's what I do. I get hauled around by a kite. Every now and then you'll go past a shark and all this stuff. We're in Australia. You don't want to be in the wrong place at the wrong time in the water, but yeah. I used to be a surfer, but my shoulders, and I've always been a swimmer, and my shoulders are getting sore, but this is what I do. Look at this. Look at this. Get out and live. That's what I'm talking about. Get pulled along by a kite. It's wonderful. Very dangerous. That's not me. That's not me. Yeah, so back to what we were talking about. Sorry about that. You've got to have hobbies, haven't you? Okay, Jim Sherlock. This looks like it will be really good. I hope we get to see it in the States. This is the apostasy movie. No matter how accurate it is, the JWs will hate it. They like to keep this kind of thing hidden from the outside world. Very few people understand what goes on behind Kingdom Hall doors and in JW families. This movie is a good thing. A very good thing. Thanks, Jim. Oh, here's Michael Broden. Here's old Mike. What's he got trouble with now? Even the Beep Church have pedos and child abusers, fool. Well, we know that, Michael. If you've been watching the videos, my friend, you'd realise that as well. Now, I'm going to leave you on. Hang on. No, you need the thumbs down, old Mike. One thumb up. You can't have a thumb up and a thumbs down. So we'll just give him a thumbs up because he is right. But is Michael a J-dub? Should we ask him? Okay, let's see if we can get Michael to see if he's a J-dub. Hi, Mick. Hope you're well. Full stop. You sound angry. You sound a bit upset. Are you a Jehovah's Witness or something? Thanks ahead. Well, Mike, good on you, mate. Yeah, look at the other videos and you'll realise we're in agreement with you. This is Dr. J.W. Morrison. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now. Yeah, Dr. Jason Morrison, theologist again. I just want to say thank you for watching the videos, and I hope you got plenty of self-rediscovery and freedom out of it. If you watched it on YouTube, please share or like, maybe even comment. If you watched it on Facebook, like, comment, share. But most of all, get out and live. This isn't a rehearsal. You've got a one-off life. Don't let your loyalty and your faithfulness blind you to the life that you should be experiencing. Till the next video, thank you for watching, and bye for now.